Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and we are here with a brand new game called Airship Knights. Now as you know, I've been looking around for new stuff to try and test and see what's fun, and I downloaded this one yesterday and found myself playing it for literally hours, so hey, I'm gonna go ahead and share that with you. Now this game is an RPG type of game. It's got a little bit of elements of like a Clicker Heroes kind of thing, but it's also got a lot of elements of summoning your dudes and making your formation and making your guys strong, and you know I like that. So I'm not going to give you a full story breakdown. It is a role-playing game, and if you'd like to enjoy the story, then you should go ahead and download the game and play with me, and if there's a friend code here, I'm gonna share it with you. Alright, so the first thing we do is we unlock our Enchanting area. And our Enchanting area lets us spend our resources, called mana, to upgrade individual types of characters by a percentage for our current voyage. So when we return back to our home base, we get a bunch of cool stuff, and this resets back down. So for now we have 2 melee dealers, and it wants us to just crank those up by percentages of damage. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. In the middle left area here, there's a little quest that you can follow along if you're getting a little bit lost. So right now, you can see it's got us just repeating level 9 over and over again, just some dudes spawning, and we gotta fight them. In order to go to 10, you guessed it, we just click on the big symbol that says boss, and we fight ourselves a boss here. Hopefully we don't get our butts kicked. The first time I did this, I didn't know that enchanting was really a thing because, I don't know, I was just clicking through stuff being all excited, and I didn't win, guys. I didn't win the first time. Now that we've gained extra characters, we can see that we've got our little hexagonal formation here. I hope that there's great combinations and everything that I can put together and have a lot of fun with. For now, we've got ourselves a 3-star, which as far as I know is the highest that you can summon. And then you can ascend them after that. But look at these characters. I mean, they give me the Final Fantasy vibes, you know? I've always been a big fan of Final Fantasy Tactics, and this definitely reminds me of that. We got our airships here. That is very cool. When we level up our enchantments here, we're gonna notice that it goes up exponentially and gets extremely expensive the higher that we get. And I mean exponential. These numbers get to crazy numbers that you've never even seen in your life before. And I think that's really fun. It also sort of behooves you to keep your team close here. Our new champion is a tanker class, so we're gonna level up for her as well. Now we've unlocked our engine room. So the way that we level up our characters is by using our mana, and the way that we get our mana is by producing it in the engine of our airship, and we can reinforce our airship's engine so that we're getting mana faster, and this too will raise its price exponentially. And when we get to a certain level, we get to do a full upgrade of the engine, which really starts to give us a lot more mana. So that's very cool. Every time we're about to go into a boss fight, we're gonna make sure we spend all that mana. There's really no reason to hold on to it. You should just make yourself as strong as possible, as far as I know right now. If I learn differently in the future, you'll be the first to know. So right now the gameplay seems simple because I've only got my 3 people, but when you get 7 of them out there, boy howdy. Got that flamethrower going. So now you can see just in the time that we did our boss fight, we've gotten 1,000,000 mana. And we only need 36,000 to do an upgrade. One great thing is I can hold down my click here, and just holding it down will keep leveling stuff up. And I believe that it stops at certain points, like this one, 100 is a threshold where it gets significantly more expensive, so it stopped leveling it up when I reached that threshold. And then I can just hold the click again, it'll use everything else that I have. And since I just want to use everything I can use, I'm going to put the rest into our tanker, even though we only got 1 of those. So clicking through our quests in the middle, we have unlocked a new facility in our airship. We'll click on our little airship symbol down here to access that. So this is a really fun system that I have enjoyed working with so far. Unlike your character enchantments that reset in between your voyages, these enhancements seem to actually stick around the whole time, which is great. So our control room is our main area, and that determines how much magicite we will unlock when we return to our base. And Magicite is the thing that we'll level up our champions with later. But aside from the control room, we also have an engine room. And our engine room can only be up to the level that our control room is. So you're always going to be leveling up your control room first. And by leveling up our engine room, we're just going to increase the mana that we acquire by a percentage. If I try to level this up past where my control room is, no dice, cannot, has. So we'll level up our control room one more time. And then we have our formation inside of our control room. So the way that this works is every champion that you have is going to have some stats available to them for increasing one of these rooms in your airship. And luckily, this lady here is good for our control room. It's almost like they planned it that way, you know? It's almost like they knew exactly what characters they would give us and what rooms we'd have available. Isn't that special? And so our newer character here, our tanker class, gives us a 30% increase to mana acquisition, which is pretty huge. Okay, so now we're up to the quest where they want us to go ahead and do return, which means that we will head back to our home base and we'll turn in all of the stuff that we get. That gives us materials that we can use to level up our characters. I will say that the only downside so far to this game has been the battle sounds, because my lady be saying, "I'll kill you 1,000 billion times," so we're gonna turn that down so we don't have to listen to that. Jiminy Christmas. Before we return to base, I'm gonna go through a couple of our little clicking things up at the top here. When we see our present here, that's kind of a sales pitch. You know, these games gotta stay afloat somehow. This is a free game, and I gotta say, it is very highly polished from what I can tell so far. The only mistake that I have seen in this game is somebody said "I," as in myself, and it was not capitalized. And that was the only thing so far that I've seen that was not correct, although I'm very new to the game. So when we log in, we get plenty of launch rewards, and one tip that I do have for you is this Airship Knights official launch reward that I have 30 days left on, and I don't know how long that's going to be available, so if you want to try the game out, you should do it soon. This gives us a piece of equipment for one of our characters that we will pick, and I think you should save that until after you've done your first round of summons, and if you get a really cool 3-star guy that you want to use, you should use that equipment for that specific person. We get our daily free spin here. Let's go. Come on, baby. All right, we got some magic dust, which we may be looking into pretty soon here. Of course, this is a video game in 2022, so there is a battle pass. Although they've got pretty good free rewards here. Look at all these diamonds, man. That's pretty cool. Of course, you get way more with the paid track. I'm not gonna say whether that's worth it or not. I'm not here to tell you to spend money on the game just yet. I'm just telling you that I'm having fun with it. And then we've got our little sticker book here whenever we collect one of our new heroes. And whenever we star them up, we get to claim some extra diamonds. You can see these are all of our fire heroes. We've got water, a little bit of earth, and wind. So being a brand new game, they got plenty of dudes to work with. And it seems like even the 1-star ones, when you're summoning, you'll get a lot of them. You'll get a lot of copies. So it'll be easier to ascend them to some degree, and I'm not sure if being inherently 3-star just makes somebody better. The exciting thing is that we're still learning. Since I did all of that while I'm out at combat here, I'm just gonna spend all of my mana, get my guys as strong as I can possibly get them, and see if I can beat this boss. I don't know if I'll be able to, but dang, he looked cool though, don't he? Man, I love the graphics in this game. I really can't say enough how much I love the graphics. Like, Super Nintendo was my jam back in my youth, I tell ya, when I was a young whippersnapper. And this gives me those vibes, but with like a little bit higher quality. And I do like it. I'm vibing with it, you know? Ooh, we unlocked a new thing. Before I do my return to town, I want to show you this because it's very cool. We click on our world map and we can see that there's all these different adventures that we can go on. And our adventure level is going to increase based on how far we got, and it increases when we return home. But we unlocked something while we're out on the road, so we're gonna try it out. This is called the Steel Cemetery. So one thing I can do is I can click in here and pick exactly who I want, or I can click Arrange All, and it'll just select whatever my highest level people are, which is pretty cool. There's also presets that I can set up if I have different types of groups that I want to use. So we can think of this mode as like a big old punching bag. We got a time limit on here. He does a little bit of damage to us, but he's basically never gonna kill us. All we're trying to do is do the most damage that we can possibly do to this guy, and based on our high score, we get some rewards where we can use that to upgrade our stats for our characters with blanket percentage upgrades, which is very cool. I have a feeling a lot of people will like this because it's like high score mode. So every time you get a new upgrade, you get to come in here and get rewarded for it. So now in order to use what we just got from the Steel Cemetery, we need to hit level 2, and that means that we need to raise our adventure rank by returning to base. Something that's interesting here is you can click ×2 and spend diamonds, and if you spend your diamonds, you can double your Magicite rewards. I don't think I would ever be doing that, but I could see how maybe some people would think that's worth it, especially if you're somebody who pays to play. So we're gonna keep that unchecked. As far as I know, that does not increase your adventure level rewards. So since we've done our return, we have gotten a large number of Magicite, which we can use to level up our dudes. Very, very cool stuff. I feel like there's so much to cover, and I don't want to make the longest video of all time. We're going to go a little bit farther here until we get to some summons. So if you think you want to see more of this kind of content, then go ahead and hit subscribe so when the next video comes out, you can catch that one as well. All right, so here is our character screen. You can see we've got our Magicite in the upper right, and we can see that there's a number of it that we use to level up our characters. As far as I know, there's no way to reset this, but you can always just go out and get more Magicite, so that's no problem at all. We also have these extra effects down here, which is from promoting our character, which gives us various things that help us or our team. And the way that we unlock some of those is by promoting our character, and we promote our character by getting copies, as far as I understand it right now. We can also do a thing called conversion, which lets us use multiple copies of one person to create a single copy of another person. So if you've got a bunch of little fodder guys that are 1-star and you don't want to deal with them, you can use those to make copies of your bigger guys, although it gets quite expensive pretty quickly. All right, we have reached the exciting point where we get to do our summons. Of course, we can see our rates here. We have a 4% chance to get a 3-star, a 26% chance to get a 2-star, and a 70% chance to get a 1-star. So obviously we're hoping that we get something good. Come on, give me a sweet 3-star. I don't know exactly what the best way to spend diamonds is yet. I'm gonna be doing a couple of summons with mine. So, you know, if that's the type of thing that you like to do, then you should go ahead and summon as well. If you want to be a little more careful though, you might want to do some research. I have a feeling that it's pretty safe to summon the first few. Oh snap, we already got a 3-star, baby! Let's go! Dang, we got Rashid. Every penny counts. So that is very cool, and I might use my equipment, my little special equipment thing from my mail to test that guy out. Now we're getting a lot of 1-stars here, but I actually think that 1-stars can be good if you ascend them up. I'm just not sure if they are as good as people who are inherently 3-stars. Ooh, we got our purple base, which means a 2-star, baby. That's a new tanker for us. Very, very cool. Another copy of Sylvia. Interesting. Right now, I'm not looking for copies as much as I'm looking for fresh new faces, but you can see that she turned into a little crystal version, and that's because we already had the one up here. So now she's one of the souls for herself. Although this says 7. I wonder if that means that I got 7 of her souls from that. That would be cool. That would make it easier to ascend a lot faster. And, you know, we're just gonna... I think there are other banners that can be available. And also, you can watch ads to just get free summons. Now, I don't know what the limit is on that daily, but that's kind of cool, right? Sometimes you might just not be doing anything. You want to check a little ad. Now... see, this is more purple than the last. The last one was rainbow, so I think I'm only getting a 2-star here. We're gonna skip through this so you don't have to see it all. Yes, you can see that I only got a 2-star there. So if the door turns purple, you're getting a 2-star. If it goes rainbow, you're getting a 3-star. And if you're only getting 1-stars, then you got screwed. Majorly screwed. The only rough thing about using this little equipment thing is it doesn't say their names. But I know that my Rashid homeboy, this must be him right here. You gotta remember the picture. I just wish that it said the name on there, you know? but I feel pretty confident that that's my guy. Might watch a couple ads a little bit later. So now I've decided that I just want to have Rashid be a cool guy. He does a double attack to one enemy for a total of 400% attack. Because he's already 3-star, he gets this first version of an upgrade, which gives him 10 penetration. So in order to find his equipment that we actually unlocked here, we have to find the right area, which in this case is our little accessory. And then we click on that, and you can see I've got some magic dust here, and I have no imprint, no magical imprint on this currently. So what I want to do is I want to click the little magic imprint button, and there you go. We've unlocked our magical imprints. Now, you can keep re-rolling this by clicking magic imprint, but it does not level it up. So that's a little hot tip for you. But it looks like if I see one of them that I like this 8%, then I can lock that and I can re-roll the other ones to try to get the exact perfect stats that I'm looking for. Now, I think that's really cool. I'm excited to explore that. For now, we're gonna click mount, which is to equip, and we're gonna crank your boy up in levels to level 10. I feel like level 10 is a good spot because I don't want to neglect my other people, especially my main character, you know. I'm gonna leave you with a couple of last little tips here. You do get these tickets to summon, but I've noticed that with the diamond summons, if you go for 10 in a row, you get one bonus one. So I'm saving up 10 tickets to see if I get the bonus one for the tickets as well. You can also see that now I have available all these different banners. And at the top, I get a bonus if I get 100 of whatever one. And when I max that out, I will be guaranteed a 3-star champion. Little bit of a pity reward system, and I appreciate that from them. So if we all join together and become friends, we can start sending each other friend points, and then we get some extra rewards from that, and we do like extra rewards. So as you can see, if you come in here and you type in Rage Panda 1, you will find me. I believe this is me. It looks just like my character. And I am only level 2, so if you want to add me, let's be friends, let's play this game. I'm excited to explore it and see what it has to offer. Sorry this is a bit of a longer video. I hope that you like the new wider screen format. I thought that maybe that would be more visually appealing. For now, I want to thank you for watching the video. I have been Rage Panda 1, and I will see you in the next one.